Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Tim. If you're new, why don't you hit the subscribe button down below, and whilst you're there, just hit the little bell icon and you'll get alerted to every new video I post. Whether you're new to golf or whether you've been playing for years, some of the rules recently in the last couple of years have changed, so it's worth a refresh. So today, what I'm going to do is take you through 10 rules that I think everyone should know before they get on the golf course. Ready? Let's get started. Amazingly, there are only 24 rules in the game of golf. That's right, only 24. However, obviously there are a lot of parts to some of those rules, so it's very normal to find that the game of golf is a bit confusing and the rules don't really make sense. So in 2019, the R&A and the USGA decided that the rules needed a bit of an update, and the main focus behind them were to improve pace of play and to simplify. However, in doing this, they've made over 100 changes to the rules, so it's understandable that we're not all up to date. So number one is the term through the green. The R&A and USGA decided that through the green is now going to be changed to general area. Now, a lot of people hear that term and, to be honest, don't really know what it actually means. It's defined as any area of the golf course that isn't a tee box, a green that you're playing, a hazard, or bunkers. It can determine what ruling you can take from a certain situation. Number two, so working in a pro shop, what I get quite a lot is obviously questions from golfers as they come off the course about certain rules that they think have come in since the change. And one of those most common ones, the alternative to stroke and distance. So basically what this comes down to is the difference between the rules of golf and then local rules that the golf club itself can implement. The most common alternative is the stroke and distance alternative. Basically, if you hit a shot and you're not sure whether it's gone out of bounds or that it's lost, and you find that once you get down to that ball, you can't find it and you haven't played provisional, in the rules of golf, you would have to go back to the tee or back to your previous shot that you hit and play another ball from that lie. Now for pace of play, you see how implementing a local rule, which would allow you to drop a ball in that area rather than go back to the original shot, would save time and would improve pace of play. So number three, the change to the rule of how long you can look for a ball. You used to have 5 minutes to be able to look for a golf ball that you thought might be lost. And then obviously if you can't find it within 5 minutes, you either had to take the provisional that you'd already played, or you had to go back to the original shot and play it again. Now you've only got 3 minutes. That is purely because they want to speed up play. This is probably a rule that people are aware of, but I think the main issue with it with a lot of people is actually not being strict enough to time themselves. Make sure you have someone timing how long you've been looking for the ball, and then you're going to be in the clear. So number four, it's not a change, but it is something that I think people forget sometimes when they're playing with their friends. You can't ask and you can't give advice on the golf course, whether that be about the swing, whether that be about a certain club you've taken on a hole. You can ask and give advice on distances, the rules and positions of hazards and pin locations. It's about the difference between giving advice and giving information. So number five is play the ball as it lies. I know that sounds like a simple one that everyone tends to know. Let's say the ball is lying in a hedge or shrubbery and you can see it and you're going to play it. You mustn't improve your lie or your line of your intended swing or stance. So for example, you can't move, bend or break a branch, and you can't press anything down behind the ball to give yourself a cleaner line into the ball. If your ball's in a divot, no relief. Number six is in bunkers. When you're in the bunker, obviously you cannot touch the sand with your club. However, you can use your club to steady yourself as you're getting in and out of the bunker. The main reason why you can't touch the sand with your club is so that you can't test the surface. You can move loose impediment or movable obstructions. Number seven, we've all done it, playing the wrong ball. If you play the wrong ball, and that includes a stray ball from someone that might not even be in your group, in stroke play you're going to get a 2-shot penalty and you must go back and replace the ball that you played incorrectly, and none of the strokes you made with that ball count. In match play you're going to lose the hole. So number eight, on the putting surface. So the putting surface is the green that you're playing. So the well-known change is you can now leave the pin in when you putt, but the decision to either leave the pin in or out must be taken before you hit your putt. You can have the flag stick attended on or off the green, but again, you must make that decision before you make your stroke. Number nine, again, it's another old one. On the putting surface, if you hit your putt and it hits another ball on the putting surface, you'll receive a penalty of 2 strokes. If you're playing match play and you do it, there is no penalty. The player whose ball gets hit replaces his ball and you carry on. This is the part of the rule that I get asked about a lot. It normally refers when they're playing in match play, but they ask, should someone have to lift and mark their ball on the putting green? If you're hitting the putt, you can ask the playing partner to mark and lift their ball, and they must do it. If you're not hitting the putt, you can also choose to mark and lift your ball if you want to. You cannot leave your ball in a position which might aid another player, i.e. leaving the ball behind the hole as a bit of a backstop. So the last rule, number 10, is about taking relief. To be able to get relief, this abnormal ground condition must be interfering with your swing or your stance. If it doesn't interfere with your stance or your swing, you don't get relief. Part 2 to this ruling is how do you take that relief? So the first thing you need to do is find your nearest point of relief, which basically means your nearest full point of relief is where both your stance and swing are away from that abnormal ground condition. So that position can't be any closer to the pin. From this point, you then get 1 club length measured from that to be able to drop the ball within. And when you take that drop, remember it's from knee height. However, guys, a word of caution, the nearest point of relief is not always in the better spot. Let's say you're on a path, your nearest point of relief is to one side of that path, and on that side, there is a hedge that you'll be dropping the ball into. That is your nearest point of relief. Just because there is a hedge there does not mean you can drop it over the other side of the path where it's further away from you. Sometimes you've always got that option to play the ball as it lies. That's it, guys. That's 10 rules that I think you should all know. If there are any rules that I didn't mention in today's video that you'd like me to cover, put them in the comments down below and I'll be sure to make a future video. I hope this video helps. I hope you found it interesting. If you did like it, please make sure you hit that thumbs up down below. It really does help the channel. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and hit the little bell icon and you'll get alerted to every new video I post. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay safe and I'll see you next time.